It's Knockout King 25. Pull up, we at live. Yeah. Monday through Friday, 9 to 12. I lock in, chat, and do it well. Daisy runs in city plans. Then Beam NG watch me spin that van. Demolition derby, smash and grin. Start it up, let the fun begin. I game hard, then I hit the garden. What I call smoking down, that's my card, man. Escape, life a little, breathe that air, come through, stay tuned, be right there. Give me manager Bobby too, mama's in the mix, keeping it smooth. You heard my cuz, we run it back, a little chaos, then we laugh at that. Knockout King 25. Let's go. Pull up, chat, let the good times roll. Knockout King 25. Let's ride, gang, hang out, and escape for a while. Knockout King 25. We live every night, take a break. Rick, feel it slide. Come for the win, stay for the talk. Real ones know how this thing walks. From the lobby to the last restart, we bring the heat with the laid back hard. No pressure here, just vibes and laughs. A whole night built on fun and...
What up, everybody? Knockout King back. I know it's been a little bit since I streamed. Work was crazy last week as it was our training week before we opened the new store for the company that I work for. So we're going to stream iRacing for 4 or 5 hours tonight now. So let's go ahead and we'll try and get a practice lap or two in here before we do qualifying and we get into the first ARCA race of the night. We're going to race some ARCA, some Draft Masters, some 305 sprints, and maybe a 358 race just because we're in a good spot in the rookie standings in that one. I don't know why it doesn't show the skin that it says I have on it. Because it says that should be my Kellogg skin. But it is clearly not. At least we lost it at the end. Looks like most of the field is not qualifying. I think I got the paints to work now. We're gonna start 10th. Projected to finish 7th. I don't like it sometimes when we're finished to, or projected to finish that high. We're just waiting to get to racing. I hate that people wait like in a 5 minute qualifying session till the last like 2 minutes to qualify, so we have to sit there for 5 minutes. Do do do. Hey, what I did with trading paints works because I do see we are driving a yellow Kellogg's car now. Good luck, everyone. Nothing I wish for more. Me too. Like I'd take a third and a zeroettes consistently over a win and like a 4 or 6 sets. Yeah, remember this is 50. Here we go. 50 laps at Iowa Speedway. Yeah, unless you really want to fall off. I haven't got a win here yet, but a bunch of second and thirds, and same thing. Like I try to keep up with the leaders, but save the first half. Wait for them to fall off a little bit. I think my only win in ARCA is at Chicagoland. All my other oval wins are at Talladega, which isn't very impressive because like Talladega is pretty easy to win at as long as you stay out of trouble. Can't pass inside before the start finish. We already got crashing. All sorts of checkups. That's going to be wheel damage. Hopefully that's not enough damage to make us have to pit. We'll see if we can, what kind of lap times we're running. I think we're going to be okay. I'm not going to worry about pitting. I hate that 4X already. I tried checking up and avoiding it, but just wasn't able to. Alright, so we're starting to close on the 9th place car. We're only like 2 seconds off the lead. So I don't feel like the wheel damage that we have is worth pitting and losing our current top 10 spot. Especially since we don't get new tires, so the only thing we're going in for is damage repairs. But if we overdrive corners like that, it won't matter if we have a perfect car or a damage cart. Now we just need to run our race, hit our lines, close this gap on the cars in front of us a little bit more every lap. And try and put ourselves in a position to be there at the end. Stupid ass people, bro. Got 12 seconds to go back out there. Same thing he did to me, probably. That was like the sweet spot that I was looking for. We're closing on them a little bit. My tires are either gone or I just suck at hitting my lines this race because I cannot seem to close the distance on anybody in this race. I didn't expect you to check up that much coming out of or into the first turn. Yeah, well, not everybody steps on their brakes as soon as the race ends, bro. Like, if you're going to slow down that much, go low. There was somebody low slowing down. I went high thinking you were going around him. You checked up too. Where the fuck you want me to go? Good race. Like, C license. So in iRacing, each license lets you race different classes. So for like the NASCAR style oval stuff, reds, custom, the highest on the scale of NASCAR that I can go is ARCA. Then when you get your C license, you can race the Craftsman trucks. B license, you can race the O'Reilly cars. And A license, you would actually race the like next gen cars, the ones that they're racing today. And your license is based off of your safety rating. So, like, anytime you make contact with the wall, you lose control of your car. You make contact with another car, or another car makes contact with you, you get incident points, and that affects whether your rating goes up or down. At the end of the season, you got to have at least a 3.0 to upgrade. If you can reach a 4.0 at any time during the season, it automatically upgrades you and you don't have to wait. Each season is like 13, 12 weeks long. So, like, we have 2, 4, 5 more weeks in this season. So, right now, we would upgrade in our oval to a C license, but we would stay at a D license in dirt oval, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're going to go race a Draft Masters now in the O'Reilly series cars and see. So, like, some people, I don't feel like people purposely wreck people, because if it's like blatant, iRacing does have like a system. They call it an appeal, and you can submit a replay after the race. You can always like take replays of the whole race, and iRacing will suspend people for like a week where you can't get on and race if you intentionally wreck somebody. What I've noticed a lot in my first like month and a half, more than I think people intentionally wrecking, is because there's no like iRacing is super realistic. It's why they call it a simulator. So like when I first started playing, especially on dirt, I was ass. Like I had a hard time making laps without wrecking the car. So then you get me out there with 10 other cars, and it like, you just get a lot of clumsy racing. And then because nobody's putting real money into their cars, nobody has a chance of being hurt, there's not the same respect shown to each other racing as you would in IRL. Because, like these races, or that race that we just got out of, the ARCA race, if you watch the whole thing, when Matthew in that 4 car, instead of checking up, hit us in the ass end and spun us, and then he did the same thing to somebody else later in the race. Like, that's not him intentionally wrecking people. It's just him not giving a shit if he gets into the back of you and turning you, because when the race ends, he gets to hit quit. He doesn't have to go walk around the pits. He's not going to see you next week. Like, so you just get a lot of like carelessness and a lack of respect and patience. This series here that we're about to go run a couple hot laps in, just because I don't want to sit here. We're at Daytona. These cars drive pretty good at Daytona. These have restrictor plates in them because they're the O'Reilly series, so we don't get going like stupid fast. So they handle pretty well. But this Draftmaster stuff, most people you will hear call it Crash Masters. And it's because of the draft. You get huge runs on the car in front of you, and people, instead of lifting on lap 1 of an 18-lap race, they try to force shit 3 wide, 4 wide, or they won't lift, and they'll try and bump draft and push you in the middle of the corner, knowing that it's not going to work. But it's fun. If you, Reds, if you haven't, or Red, I'm just going to call you Red. It is like, if you have a discipline you want to run, everybody that says it's expensive is semi-right, because you are paying like $12 a car and $15 a track. When you first sign up for the first month, you do get all the cars and tracks that the rookie cars run on. Then once you get to like your D license and above, you got to start buying the cars and tracks. So if you come to iRacing and you want to run a little bit of everything, yeah, it can get expensive. Which is what I kind of fucked up on my first like 3 weeks racing this. I was racing 3 or 4 different dirt series and 2 or 3 different asphalt series. So I was buying 3-4 cars and 3-4 tracks a week, and that gets expensive. Now I pretty much just run the ARCA and the Draftmasters, which I have everything for now. And then on dirt, I run the 305 sprints and the 358s. So like, if you just pick one class, you could iRace for like $25 a week plus your monthly subscription if you had to buy a new car and track every week. But it's a ton of fun. It is the only racing game that I have ever really got into. Like, I played the Need for Speeds. Some buddies of mine used to mess around on like Gran Turismo to do demolition derby stuff, just because of like I'll try and get in his draft and catch a little bit of a draft off of him while we can. We got a run off them coming out of the corner. We'll take advantage of it. Get a little door draft on them. Tuck down in front. Try to stay off that apron. Thank you for checking up there and not hitting me head on at 170 miles an hour, because that would have sucked. I hope you know that wasn't intentional, 38. You kind of came up for that slow car, and I don't think I got that big of a piece of them either. You know, just enough, and then 40 was pushing us. Luckily, I don't think we took that much damage. Like, that wouldn't have been a super hard shot, at least, into the wall. Now we'll go see what the actual lobby or split that we got into is. Hopefully we can have a good, clean race here, get a good win. Then we will probably do the 7 o'clock 305s. We'll switch over to dirt and do the sprint car race. And then we'll see after that how much time we got. We might go into another Draft Masters. We might go into the ARCA. Well, those will probably be the three that you see today on stream are the 305 sprints, the O'Reilly cars at Daytona, and the ARCA cars at Iowa. I am not going to go practice for 1.5 laps is about all they're going to get through. So we wait for them to practice. Let's go ahead and I'll find somebody for you guys to watch. I'm going to go grab a drink. Everybody's pulling out to go get that one lap in. All right, we'll watch Preston. We are number 4. That means they project us to finish pretty high in this race. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a drink. All right. I want to say we're in the Culver's. I don't know what we're in. I think we're in a Culver's Chevy. I don't remember which O'Reilly's car I got. I accidentally, for the ARCA series, bought two. So we have a Toyota Camry. That is the Dunder Mifflin Toyota Camry. And then we have our Kellogg's Chevy. So as we were talking about the classes, each class, the races go up. And it also depends on the length of the track. So like here at Daytona, this race I want to say is 18 laps here at Daytona. When we go to the 305 sprint cars, those are 30 laps at the track we're at this week. Now, like a buddy of mine has his C license, and for him, in the C class, he can run 305s where they do the feature races and, you know, where you have like the heat races and then the feature A main, B main type stuff. So, and then I believe A class, when you get up there, if you get all the way up there, those races are 100% length. So, like if you're running the Daytona 500, you're running, 200 laps here at the 2.5 mile Daytona Speedway to run the full 500 miles. When you start in rookie, I think about the longest race in any of the rookie series are like 15 laps. Just like right now in D class, because like I've only been playing this a month. Most of the people that are in here were a D license for a reason. And so there's no caution in these races. So if you spin out, like, you're kind of screwed, especially here at Draft Masters, just because of how. Oh, there we go. Jumped up to third on our second lap. We'll see if that sticks. But there's no cautions in these, so that the whole race isn't done under caution because of how many ruts there are. When you start getting up into C, B, and A license, then then those races have cautions, and you'll actually, drive behind the pace car, do your pit stops, all that type of shit. And then if you ever were just like a god at iRacing, there is one license above A license, which is the pro license. And like, I'll show you guys after this race, but like they have the Coca-Cola NASCAR series. So that is like you have to be a professional ranked driver on iRacing, and they race for, I want to say it's like $150,000 is what first place pays for the points champion at the end of the year, and then each race pays some money each week. So they'll come race like the virtual Daytona 500. And there's like 3 or 4 different times throughout the week that you can run it, and those are the only 4 times. Where these ones you can run over and over and over and over every half an hour or hour, depending on when the race is. We're going to drop to 7th to start. 0.06 of a second off of the leader. Jack is a good racer. He wins a decent bit of these. He races pretty clean. Or I shouldn't say pretty clean. Like, I don't ever remember having an issue with Jack. We are car number 4, so we are projected to finish 4th in this race. So, and if you noticed on the home screen, oh, there's a ton to it. Same thing, you have 2 different ratings in iRacing. You have a safety rating, which is your license class, so the rookie, D, C, B, A, or pro. And then you have your I rating, which is like your skill level. So once you're like if you read were an A license, you could still come down here and run this D class event with the draft masters and the thing that I'm running in. But then the next thing that iRacing looks at is your I rating, and that's how good you are. So like the higher your I rating number, the better you are. So I'm better on oval than I am on dirt. So I think my oval rating is like 1100, right around there, 1050. So like then iRacing tries to divide you by your rating so that you don't have somebody that's really good come down here and just win all the time because they drive dirty or crash. So there's 2 different ratings, just like real IRL racing. I would imagine. I don't race IRL. I have 3 daughters, so I don't have the money for that. iRacing, video games have always been my hobby, and iRacing, there's so much to it, and because you can't buy your way through it, I love the competition in it, and that it's not a pay to win game like most video games have turned into. Um, you know, this is fun because it doesn't, you can come in and spend $10,000 on iRacing and buy every track car on here, and if you, that doesn't get you any further than it does me. And I feel like most games anymore is like, oh, well, you don't want to do the grind? Here, spend an extra $50 and you can skip it. And like, shit's already expensive enough. I ain't spending extra money on a video game just to be able to compete past what I spent to buy it. Like, just frustrates me. You can buy setups. And I'm assuming that that is more of a thing the higher licensing that you go. So I don't want to talk, like, I don't have too much knowledge on that. Everything I have ever ran so far in rookie and D class is what they call a fit setup. So nobody is allowed to change anything on their cars. So everybody's car out here is completely the same. The only thing in the oval cars that you can change is your front brake bias. And then, like the 305 Sprint cars have the adjustable wing, so you can adjust the wing forward or backwards on here, but you can't change with any of the gearing, the tire pressure. But I have heard that too. I do, from what the little bit of research I did when a buddy of mine told me about that, it seems like most stuff in iRacing is 50-50. You'll find just as many fit setups as you will open setups. We're about to go racing at Daytona International. We got 18 laps here, starting in 7th. Let's see what we can do. Our main objective until about lap 12 is just going to be to turn laps. We'll give up a position or two if it keeps us out of trouble, because we can't win this on lap 1. Car 26 is going to try and block on lap 1 like a donkey. That's the stuff that I don't understand. And people will say, oh, well, like, so you'll get some guys like that instead of checking up and cutting back inside would have just spun them. And it's like, it's the first lap, dude. Does it really fucking matter if you cross the start finish line this first lap here in 6th or 7th? Like, it matters where you finish when the black and white's waving. Like, I'll fall all the way back to 12th if it keeps me out of trouble. I don't like to, because especially here, if you lose the draft or you get 2-3 cars that line up and just turn laps and the car, holy shit. I don't know how we just got through there. I might have to go to the bathroom after this lap or this race, because we just found ourselves in second. Jack, me and you are about to become best friends. I said you and I are about to be friends, because let's just turn some laps and create some space. So now here, unless we get some cars behind us that decide to work together until probably the last lap, this is going to be kind of a boring race after avoiding that big collision, because we're just going to sit here with Jack and we're going to ride his ass, push him, and make sure that hopefully when the white flag comes out, it's him and I racing for first and second, and nobody else is around to even be in the conversation. That's my goal anyway. I don't like the jets flashing. Jack, you are flashing here and there, so I'm not going to push. I'll just get close. Yeah, I'm not even going to push you on the straightaways, dude, because you've been blinking like 2 or 3 times a lap right now. So if it quits, I'll push, but otherwise I'm just going to stay close. I ain't trying to ruin either of our races over pushing. We got 2.5 on 3rd place right now, so, and luckily 3rd and 4th probably won't work together enough to catch us unless we start racing, because instead of lifting like I have been for Jack for the last couple laps, most guys will try the pass because they got that little bit of a run. Well, then you start door drafting each other and you just slow yourself down versus 2 cars running in a line here. So he's blinking because he's having connection issues. If it gets too bad, iRacing will actually put him right in the pits or disconnect him. Right now, it's not bad enough for like iRacing to disconnect him from the race, but when he goes invisible and then pops back in, I have seen it where like I'll be touching his bumper, pushing him. Well, then all of a sudden he disappears like that. And when he pops back in, I make a little bit too much contact on the bump, or he's shifted left to right from what I seen when he flashed, and we'll end up crashing. I've also seen the two cars like almost get stuck inside of each other, and then they just go pinballing. They have a huge run on us. So we're going to fall back to fourth here. Oh, I thought they were about to spin. Oh, I don't like that guy being on Jet pushing, because this is why you stay away from a blinking car. I'll give it 2 laps, and we're going to see Jack and the Cobalt 8 in the wall. So we're just going to try and stay up with these 3. Hopefully get some more distance, and it will be a 4-car race at the end. But this is the halfway point here. So right now, to me, just like that, like I could go up there, make it too wide, but for what? To maybe lead a lap on lap 9? Nah. I'd rather be here in 4th on the final lap with a chance to make a move. That was a little risky by Jet there. Like, I had to get completely out of the throttle. I don't know if I do. Lap 9, I'll do that. I think Jack knows me well enough to know that. That's why he tucked in there. But I don't think you'd see Jack do that coming to the checkers, because I wanted it lifted. I just don't want to lose their draft, because if we do, we are a sitting duck until the next roll of cars come up on us. And 5th place is 2.5 seconds behind us, so we definitely don't want to fall back there. So as soon as we can get a good run coming out of a corner, we're going to get right back up on Jat's ass. Give him a little push so he stays up there with the 2nd place car. Nice of the 19 and the 11 to stay high for us to go through. Thank you guys for moving high for us, 19 and 11. Appreciate it. So we're going to try and keep our tires in the exact place Jack has his. Now we got that run. This is where I want to stay. Right within striking distance. I thought Jack was going to make a move for the outside. We were going to push him, have a little fun racing. Yeah, so I have a keybind set up on my steering wheel. That's my push to talk button, because I don't want people to hear me talking to like chat the whole time. So I have a button on my steering wheel to push. Now I want to try and stay in the draft with these 2. But I also want to try and break. I'm going to race you the same way, too. Like, just remember it, Connor. You're gonna rut the fucking leaders being an idiot. Yeah, that's what I just let him hold on to it till the end because he's just gonna cut everybody off at the yellow line. Not gonna pass him till our last lap. We could drive him dirty and give him a little tap in the ass end and get him up out of our way, but I don't like to race people that way. All right. So he didn't go for the block. I think Connor's going to focus on hugging the bottom line. I'm going to see coming out of... that's what you get, bro. You can't block everybody every fucking lap. Just stupidity, dude. I wasn't even going to go for the pass. I just wanted to see if he was going to take the bait. Because if he was, then I was going to fake outside and cut inside on the last lap. Instead, we're about to lose the lead here coming out of 3 and 4 because we're up here by ourselves. They got a 2-car train behind us. It was a super late block. That's how he turned himself into the wall because I was already inside of him. I think that car behind us is going to be smart, and he's going to wait and just set me up and try and get the run on the last corner. So we're going to try and use this car to get a little bit of a draft on. He's going to bounce up high. As we come into 3 and 4 to take, I think this should be the checkers. No, we got 2 to go. So far, the 30 or the 22 of Garrett behind us is not getting a very good run off of us. Fuck, I went high. He got, nope. I thought he got down inside of me, so I was going to give it to him. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but they all slowed up. A couple of them wrecked. Nobody should be able to get to us now. We should get out of Daytona with the win. We just have to get through 3 and 4, take the white flag, and basically do a parade lap. I was a little anticlimactic, but good race, boys. So we'll drive around, take the white. 4 turns left. We'll get our first win at Daytona International in the Culver's Chevy. And as soon as they quit scoring so that we get out of here with a 4-outs because of the contact from that stupid car that tried to block us, we'll burn it down on the front stretch. Tear up some grass. Not a problem, Red. Hope to see you some other time, brother. Have a good evening. Second place is closing on us. He's got 19 and 8, or the 11 and 12 pushing him. But too little, too late. We will take the checkered and the win. We're going to go back to the home stretch and burn this fucker down. Take a nice little slide through the infield at Daytona. Got to do a donut on the actual logo when you win. I wanted to actually burn out there, but that's okay. We'll stop there with the celebrating. I like to do the lawn slide through there to start though, just because I think it looks cool on the replay. Take the number 4 Culver Chevy to victory lane. Forats should help our safety rating a little bit too. We will see. 0 safety rating change, but we did get an 88-point boost to our iRating. 58 championship points. We missed the 7 o'clock races celebrating that. Stinks. Now we got a whole half an hour to kill. Shit. Well, we're definitely gonna go do this is unranked. Oh, that's a half an hour from now too though. What do we have? Our soonest race we could do would be mini stats here. Or I don't have Richmond. I am not buying Richmond. So I guess because I should have paid attention to the clock and seen how long we were celebrating there at Daytona. I don't want to wait a half an hour, so we're going to go ahead and run the mini stats, which I have not ran in a long time, at Oxford Plains Speedway. We will go do some practice on those as soon as I make a garden trip because I don't like running cars. Like, I used to run these every week along with some other ones. But the last week or two, I haven't ran these. I've been sticking to whatever the car is on Draft Masters and the ARCA track for the week. And then the 305 sprints. I do run the 358s here and there just because in the rookie standings, I'm like top 30, I think. 32. But we're quite a ways out, so I'm probably going to quit running the 358s. But I don't want to wait all the way till 7:45 to run the ARCAs. So we're going to load into the practice session. We're going to go run these mini stots at Oxford Plains. I'm going to go take a garden break. If you know what that is, you know what it is. If you don't, you probably shouldn't. I'll be right back. I won't send you guys to the be right back screen where you got to listen to the music. I'll let you watch the other cars that will be out taking hot laps. And then we'll come in and see if we can get back-to-back wins at 2 different tracks. I'll be right back. All right. Focused. Ready to go. Let's go run a couple practice laps. We got like, oh, car flipped over right in front of us. It's always a good sign. We got like 7 minutes till the race starts. These dirt mounds are, I get that's probably safer than hitting those light posts for sure. But seems like there's a third safer alternate that we're missing. It was awesome, Vance. Oh shit. I don't like these cars. We might just go run hot laps at Talladega. I been smoking less flour and more concentrate lately, so it's so much faster to have to go outside that way. So fast laps right now are around 17 seconds. I can't. Yeah, absolutely. I will accept it after the race. We're going to see how we can do in these. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't stop 83. I'm sorry. All right, we might back out of this. Not, not looking like this is going to be a very promising race here. Probably going to hurt the old iRating or safety rating and our iRating. Still got 5 minutes to decide. We might just back out and kill 15 minutes while we wait for a 7:30 race. I think we're going to stay in third. Fuck, dude, you could like warn somebody if you're going to check up in the corner that much, unless I just got that much faster, but I don't think that's the thing. You can't change the brake bias on this one. Oh, I probably got to be in the pits. What are you doing? I'm turning in too late. Okay. I think I might have this track figured out, maybe. $17.7, so we're still half a second off the fastest person in open practice. I don't want to hit that curb. I think there's guys like just playing Monster Jam out here with their cars right now in practice. Because this practice doesn't like hurt your safety rating or anything. Because I've seen that one car go shooting through the pits a few different times now. I didn't. Trying to stay on the gas more and doing like a wider, taking like the high line didn't work very well. So it is too late to back out of this without hurting our I rating. We're just going to go in, compete, depending on, for where we can with how fast we are and what happens in the race. And our biggest thing is going to be to get out with the zeroettes. Because if we can do that, that'll be big. Alrighty then. Love to see in and load in and see cars flying. Alright, let's go run a couple laps here with what time we got. I got us down to a 17.4. I see this is going to be a demolition derby on a racetrack from the looks of it, because it looks like between like 3 of the drivers that I seen out there, there's probably about 5 brain cells. Oh fuck. Where's pit? Oh, pit road's in the center of the track. Okay. Which, yeah, duh, because that's where we start. But okay. We're going to have 12 people in here. We are going to qualify 4th, and I got to be car number 1, which means iRacing wants me to lose some iRating. We got a minute 13 till the race starts. This will be 35 laps. Hopefully, well, depending on what time this race ends, we will either get into the 7:30 ARCA or Draft Masters, or we will get into the 7:45 ARCA race, which I want an ARCA win. So that will probably be our next race, is the 7:45 ARCA. After this one. I like that we're going to start 4th. That makes me feel pretty good. It's 35 laps. These 3 to be, especially Michael, to be 3/10 faster. I think he's going to use his tires more, and he's going to lose some pace as the race goes. which we will too. Like everybody will fall off a little bit, but in qualifying, I try not to push super hard because I'm on fresh tires. That way, if I qualify pretty decent, not pushing, and they're out there squealing tires and shit to get their times, my logic is hopefully in the race, we'll conserve more tires and get faster as we go relative to the field. Oh, 831 strength of field. Demolition Derby. All right. Let's hope for a good race and a safety rating bump. I would want to get my C license so we can race the Craftsman trucks and get into the actual NASCAR universe. I know the ARCAs are a part of it, but like you're a part of NASCAR when you hit those three. Craftsman, O'Reilly, and then the Cup Series. So I want to get out of ARCA and into the Cup Series. We were almost 3/10 slower than the Sitz car in qualifying. We'll see how that translates to race day. Here we go, 2 laps here at Oxford Speedway, I think is what it's called. I know it's Oxford something, for some mini street stots. We just got a win at Daytona in the Draft Masters in our last race. So let's see if we can go from racing the O'Reilly Series cars at Daytona International to 4-cylinder, or I think these are actually 6-cylinders. I don't think these are actually 4-bangers, but they might be. Good luck, everyone. Our goal is going to be to stay out of trouble. We're already door rubbing a little bit. Took that way too hot. I don't know what I was thinking. At least we didn't get any incident points for any of that. What are you doing, 12? How many fucking brain cells do you have to not have in your head to pull out in front of somebody? Like, holy shit. I don't understand it. Like, watch out for the 12 car, boys. Yep. He had to have been dropped on his head. Oh, 100% agreed. All right. Well, we're in a shitty position now. Let's get this to our relative. We are in 12th place. Quite a few laps down now, thanks to the 12 car. We got a 4S. All we can do, focus in, put our head down, grind through what laps we have left here, try to get out with a 4S, pick up any positions that we can, and we'll be back in the next one. I mean, not the next one of these, but next race. We don't slow down enough to downshift. Not great. Would have liked to have finished way better than 8th and 5 laps down, but considering the 12 car pulled out in front of us, I'll take it. All right. So we now have 7 minutes till ARCA. We're gonna run the Dunder Mifflin Toyota Camry this time. If you guys don't know what Dunder Mifflin is, it's from The Office with Steve Carell. That is the paper company they worked for. I believe, I think the skin for this car has it where fans refrigeration's on it too. One of my all-time favorite shows. Steve Carell played that role so good that there were like episodes it was almost uncomfortable to watch him make a fool of himself. All right. So we'll have like 7 minutes to run some laps here in practice, and then we'll get into the session. This is a much longer race. This is 50 laps or 60 laps for the actual race. So let's go run some laps here. Gotta get a better exit there. Don't want to do that. Push too hard. 23.8 though, like we are way off the pace right now. We got 2 minutes till our session starts. Damn it. All right, let's go see what split we get. Who we're in there. We'll have like a minute and a half to practice, qualify, and then we'll try to get our first win at Iowa Speedway and our first win in ARCA in like 2 weeks. Going for our second win of the night. We got one earlier at Daytona in Draft Masters. A minute 40 to practice. The race is 50 laps. Track is 49% used up. The double bubble. Not what we wanted to do in practice. Got on it too hard. Man, you hit hard at these short tracks. There's no room to scrub off speed when something does happen, so hit the wall hard. .23.8, I don't like. Over a half a second slower than the leader. That either means he's going to wear his tires faster and we should see him start dropping off, or we're not pushing hard enough for running the right line. Let's see here. So this was his fast lap. I like the Taco Bell wrap. Hmm. Excuse me. We got a minute 10 left in practice. I'm gonna go get rid of my can and we'll be right back for 50 laps of racing at Iowa Speedway in our Dunder Mifflin Toyota Camry here in the Menards ARCA series. I'll be right back. All right, well, let's grid up and go racing. .1032 strength of field. Good luck, everyone. Bonus points for taking out the leader. The Taco Bell wrap is sweet, though. Oh, fuck. R.I.P. your pit crew. So we are not the bottom split here in ARCA. We got up into the mid split this time. So we should have less ruts, better competition. We got one lap around to the green flag. Mm-hmm. The base car true thing is fat, so. All right, here we go. 50 laps at Iowa. We're going to head into turn 1 and 14th. Already one car spinning there. Almost lost it there. Just got to make sure we hit our marks and be easy on the throttle here at Iowa. As long as we hit our marks, remember, smooth is slow, slow is fast. Or I didn't say that right, but you know what I meant. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. When we hit our marks, we're closing on the cars in front of us every lap. I thought for sure he was going to hook our ass in. Another car spinning down there, one there. Using way too much tire right now. What are you doing, 19? 11, my bad, not 19. Now we got to buckle down and see if we can get those positions back. handles like shit right now. Not a good race. Gonna be 10th with a 4-Ets. All sorts of shit going on back here on the back stretch. 10th place, not what I wanted. Would have liked to have definitely done better than that. Definitely would have preferred a 10th with a 0-Ets versus a 10th with a 4-Ets, but don't always get a say in that. Alright. So now we have 10 minutes till the Draft Master. So we're going to do this Draft Master here at Daytona. And then we are going to do the 9 o'clock 305 sprint cars. And then that will probably be the end of stream for tonight. Tomorrow I won't be streaming because I close. I actually close every day I work this week. So the only days that there will probably be a stream will be Tuesday and Thursday this week. Because I close Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Tuesday night we'll be in here for iRacing. Thursday night we'll be in Miami Stories with the lovely Emmy. And that'll be the plan for the week. We'll still have the 2 episodes of the Coaching Carousel and the 2 episodes of Jason Knotz's Road to Glory on Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's go ahead and join this practice. We got 9 minutes. I don't think we're actually going to go run any hot laps here at Daytona just because Daytona is one of the few tracks that, like, you just hold it to the floor. Lift if there's a car in front of you. Let's see here. We might run a few laps once we load in because we have like 9 minutes till the actual race session starts. But I also kind of want to make a garden trip, so I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I will be nice and not put you guys on the Be Right Back screen so you don't have to listen to the music. You can watch other cars run. All right. Marcus is running some laps. You guys watch Marcus, tell me if we should avoid him or work with him. I'm going to make a quick garden trip and I'll be right back. We got 8 minutes till the race session starts. I'll be back in about 2 or 3. Okay, Vance. I will look you up as soon as this Draft Masters race is over. My apologies, I was gone a minute or two there on our garden trip. The double bubble 46 car, I like that paint job. Got Hertz runner car. Where are we at? We got 2 minutes. I don't know why I got in our car because it's not really worth it at Daytona to go out with 2 minutes in practice. You'll get a lap in. So we're just gonna wait the minute and a half that we have till we can go to our actual race session, and then we will see if we can get our second win here at Daytona tonight. Oh, let's go find Michael. '59 and '40 look like they're working together pretty good. Gives 51 a little bit of a bump. All right, let's go to our race session. There's 147 drivers signed up for the Draft Masters 8:30 race at Daytona. I'm assuming we'll probably be in the bottom split after our not so great race at Iowa in the ARCA cars, but we'll see. What do you race most, Vance? We got a minute 45. I'm not going to run practice laps for 2 minutes. We'll get 2 laps in, if that. We got the Bucky's number 9. We are car number 4. So we are projected to finish pretty high. NASCAR, yeah, me too. The dirt's fun here and there, but the NASCAR, the trucks, the ARCA, like the NASCAR style oval is my favorite to race to. We got 1 minute. Let's see, is anybody else out running? We got the 8 of Cameron and the 9 of Greg. Looks like we got the 16 double bubble of Adam heading out too. So the number 9 just completed his first lap. 16 is coming on to the back stretch. Number 8 just finished his first lap. I don't think 16 will get around to the checkered flag before. Oh no, definitely will not. He won't even get out of. He might get out of turn 4 before the timer runs out. He got out of turn 4. Ooh, he did get across. I didn't think he'd get that far. All right, let's go qualify. See what we can do here. See if we can take the Culver Chevy to victory lane here at Daytona for the second time tonight. We might get a black flag for that. I got kind of high up the track, but I don't think both wheels got across the yellow. We're just going to restart our car because I got too high up on the apron there. I kind of thought I did as soon as I did it. We'll stay more towards the bottom of the apron this time. All right, no black flag. Let's get our 2 qualifying laps in, see where we're going to start the whatever they call the O'Reilly's version of the Daytona 500. .5149 is the fast lap right now. I think we should be able to compete with that. As long as we have a good first and second lap. First lap gets us 4th. Let's see if we can be faster here on our last lap. We just fell out of fourth there, out of the top 7. Oh, put us in second. 4977 or 49977. The pole setter had a 49971, so we lost pole by 6/1000th of a second. Good lap, 12. All right, so we got 22 seconds here before the race will start. The Gen 4s are really fun. The Trucks are fun. The Arca, all the NASCAR's fun. And then I've really started to like the 305 sprints on dirt. Those are probably my favorite things to run on the dirt side. We are going to start second. Good luck, everyone. Let's go ahead and grid. I don't think you'll ever see him make iRacing free just because of all the shit that is in iRacing to make it iRacing. So every track that you race on is laser scanned by iRacing's team. So, if there's a bump in turn 4, thank you, Vance. If there's a bump in turn 4 coming out of Daytona in real life, there's a bump coming out of turn 4 here on iRacing. And then just every season they update the tracks and different things. They're always looking for people that find little glitches or exploits to heat tires and stuff like that. And then it'd be cool if it was free. I don't think you'll ever see it. Once you get through the initial cost and you figure out what you're going to run, it's really not that bad. It's like the $15 a month, and then you do have to buy the cars and tracks. But if you stick to NASCAR, once you buy whatever series you're running or gen that you're running, and you buy the tracks, that's pretty much it. And I know that's a lot because there's 30 whatever NASCAR tracks at $14 a piece, but once you buy them, it's not like they add a new NASCAR track every other season where you're always having to buy tracks. Where it gets really expensive is if you try to bounce series. If you try to run NASCAR and IndyCar and the sprint cars and the trophy trucks, because now you're buying 4 different series' tracks. You got to buy the tracks for the NASCAR. You got to buy the tracks for the trophy trucks. You got to buy the track so that gets really expensive, and that's where I kind of dabbled around my first month or two. Well, I'm not even 2 months in. I'm about 6 weeks into iRacing. I probably have $200 into it total with the original monthly and then my first renewal and the cars and shit that I've bought. But I bought the 358s, I bought the limited lates, I've bought sprint cars, I have a couple different Indy cars, the trophy trucks, I think I bought a track or two for those that they were running on. So I was dabbling around at one point. I was running 7 or 8 different series every week. The other thing that makes that hard to do on iRacing is every car handles so differently. Like, and you'll see that on Tuesday's stream because the O'Reilly cars will be done and we'll have new cars here at Daytona. And depending on which one they are, when we get to the non-restrictor plate cars, we're hitting 220, 230 with the draft on the front and back straightaways. Those cars get super squirrely, so they drive completely different than these. Like it, iRacing's a lot of fun. So he went as soon as the pace car pulled off. We'll go ahead and tuck in here behind. I think it would be Mono. Mono would be how you pronounce his name. I could be wrong. Car behind us has a huge run, it looks like, coming into 3 and 4. It always makes me nervous that they're not going to check up. Right now, we're just going to be content with riding second and turning some laps early. Try and get some distance between us and the rest of the field, however this shit's going to split up. And just stay patient early. One's going to make it too wide on the outside. And he fell off hard there. A lot of guys won't lift and fall back in line and they'll try and make that pass. And especially like if you're trying to get away as the leaders or catch up to the leaders, staying in line really is like faster. I don't like to push in the corners. Pushing in the corners is a good way to spin the guy in front of you. Just like through that tri-oval. I hope we can get enough of a run here. Here we go. That coming out of 4, we can push 12 down the spat straight. I didn't think I had that much of a run on you to bump you that hard, 12, my bad. So we're going to lose quite a few positions there coming to the outside as we get left with no draft help. Come on, step out one. Somebody step out high with me. We'll go ahead and fall in 7th here for now. Can't leave that big of an opening because I'm going to take it. Ooh, man, I thought we were about to run the one over. A lot of swerving and jostling for position in front of us. One went too high. Three's going to come up. We're going to do a little side-by-side racing for a few laps. As we'll be 2x2, 3 deep with the leader out in front. This is going to get hairy at some point. He's spinning, he's spinning. Oh, we couldn't stay out of it. The only bad thing about the banking at Daytona, you can't just set up there. The gravity just brings your car down. So we are not going to win our second race at Daytona. Let's go back and see what happened to start the original scuffle. We're going to go back a little bit more. And let's go here. I seen the 12 get real squirrely heading in. Okay. And then we just couldn't stay out of it. I should have got on the gas there and just drove myself down into the infield. Instead, we caught up some other cars with us, unfortunately. Hate to see it. Not what we wanted. It was originally the 12, the leader. He gets loose there by the 10. The 9 gets loose. We would have been okay if the... It was right there. I think we were good all the way. We would have been able to save it all the way up until the 10. It was that right there that screwed us. Ten slid up the track, got into our bumper. Be a disappointing final. Draft Masters of the evening. We're gonna do the 305 sprint, like I said, for our last race of stream, and then I'm gonna go get something to eat. Those of you watching that iRace 2, I will be back on iRacing some more tonight. It'll just be off stream after. How the fuck did I not enter the pit? Like, right there, NASCAR. That's what I feel about your fucking pits. That takes care of our pass-through penalty. We're now sitting in 20th. So this is going to kill our I rating, our safety rating, any sort of rating we have. This race was just bad for it all. But we'll put our nose down. We got like 9 laps left. See if we can catch up to anybody. Maybe pick up some positions. Sounds like some stuff going on in 2 up here. Oh yeah, there are cars all over back here. We're going to try and catch up to the green car if we can get into his wake. Start catching his draft a little bit. I don't know if we're going to track any of them down. It's going to be like playing trucking sim without the trailer the rest of this race, I fear. So we're up to 20th. Car in front of us is slowly pulling away. He's pulling away from us quick. We need some help out here. It's the worst thing about there not being cautions in the D class is because we have like no real chance of catching back up here unless a bunch of people in front of us wreck. We're not going to run them down. I thought maybe with fresh tires. We'll come around and take the white flag. Next time by. Gonna be a very, very, very disappointing 19th place finish here at Daytona. After our win here earlier tonight on stream. But we do have one more race for tonight coming up. We are going to go race these 305 sprint cars for our final race of the evening as soon as we are done here at Daytona. We'll be back Tuesday night with some more iRacing. It will be a new week, so new cars here, new track for ARCA, new track for 305s. Good win, brother. You forgot the manufacturer of your car, though. All right. Scoring has ended. We did not finish well. 18th with a 4-outs. Disappointing. Let's get out of here. Let's go ahead and sign up for the 305s. And this will be our last night or last race of the evening. I got to get something to eat, do a couple things, and then I will be back on doing some more iRacing just off stream. Unless I get a couple things I got to get done early enough, and then maybe we'll have a second late night stream session tonight with some iRacing. Just waiting to be able to join our session. And then we'll see if we can get our first dirt win. I don't have any wins in dirt. Just need this to open. All right, we can join our race now. I keep getting these videos on Facebook where they're like the large scale, like how they make disaster scenes in movies with like the little props, and they'll have a tank make a big wave that comes up and hits like their fake Miami and stuff. It's kind of cool. Oh man, we are the lowest I rating in here by a lot. Not good. You got a minute 45. We'll go run a couple practice laps and then last race of the evening in our Jim Beam 305. Man. Ow. Felt like we were actually like running. Oh, not there. We were running some smooth laps before that car spun in front of us. Lost a little bit there. Able to avoid that one. I don't think this is going to be our first dirt win, but maybe. Let's go ahead and qualify and see how that goes. Ouch. Don't even qualify in the top 7. We got 3.5 minutes till our race. I want to look and see. Chad had fastest lap. 11.5, 11.6. Okay. So we're running the same line. He's just running it better, which that comes with seat time, throttle control, your steering inputs, all that fun stuff. If, I've always heard slow is smooth, smooth is fast. So, at least I know we're running the right line. That always gives me some encouragement that at least like we are running the same line as the pole setter. That means we just got to run it a little bit better. We're going to watch Sean do qualifying here. At a minute 55 now. Oh my goodness. Watch that from the TV view. Lots of brights up, and then quite a few barrel rolls there. Jetson running. 11.560. Let's see what the second lap is. I'm 5.60. That's got to be pretty close to our pole setter. Yeah, second. 20 seconds, and we will go racing in the 305 sprint cars to end the night. I appreciate you guys hanging out here, chatting with me, watching the races. It's always more fun with you guys than without. We're going to grid up. And we'll see what happens. Plug my phone in here while we're waiting. We got minute 20 for cars to grid. I hate how long they take to grid sometimes. Vance, I'm going to look you up as soon as this race is over so I don't forget. We are going to start 10th. Doesn't give me huge optimism on getting our first win, but all we can do is put our head down, run our race, and try and stay clean. Here we go for the pace laps. Tyler in the Busch Light car in front of us. These are just a completely different style of racing than the NASCAR or the regular, like, asphalt oval. These are fun. Too much. Fuck, I spun too much. I think I'm closing on anybody. We can't even turn. Fuck, man. It's like half the. It's like half the field setting down here in the pits. That was a disappointing way to. Oh, there's no. Oh shit! I can't believe nobody has said anything all night that we don't have game audio. There we go. Cool. All right. Well, really thank you all you guys for watching without the car audio all night. It also means you probably didn't hear any of the comments that anybody else has said all night, so my bad on that. Let's get back out here. We're still in fifth. See if we can hang on to a top 5 here. Well, we just lost fifth, so we got to get fifth back here on this lap.
Inside, clear. All right, there's checkered flag. Good job, very good job.
Well, that was a disappointing race. We will take 6th, but we were projected to finish last. We were having a good race up until I don't even know exactly what happened. I got high there. Oh, and then I came up into him, okay. And then we got... Yeah. Well, at least if you've been here since the beginning, you get to see the win at Daytona. A couple close races. That's going to hurt our safety. Oh, we actually did go up in safety rating. But that will be it for tonight. I will be back Tuesday night and Thursday night. I close the rest of this week until we get staff trained to close and that. And I'll be back to just my 1 or 2 nights. So hopefully I'll see you guys Tuesday night at 9 when we go live for some more iRacing. If I get the couple things I got to go do done early enough, we might come back live tonight. So just keep an eye out. But till next time, I'm Knockout King. See you guys.
Yeah. No.